Kush and Chemtrails, the world's most dangerous podcast.
Yeah. So you guys, we're gonna go on a little trip here. You ready, dog? Let's trip.
Trip
On this.
Let's trip on this.
Trippy.
Nobody should be asked to handle this trip.
That's some heavy shit.
When you were tripping.
I want to go over the swastika.
Oh,
Hello.
yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Let's go over that.
Let them know.
Let's start off with some etymology.
It's not
your
what you
favorite.
believe.
Not at all, bro. This is
What
great.
you've been told.
So the word swastika has been used on the Indian subcontinent for 3,000 years. It's derived from the Sanskrit term Devanagari, which transliterates to swastika, but is pronounced closer to swastika when letters are used with their English values. Sanskrit is one of the original 5 languages, light languages. You have ancient Greek, ancient Latin, Sanskrit, Aramaic, and Hebrew. Okay? And so Sanskrit is literally commands, bro. Commands. It's not even words. Like you're actually manifesting things. That's how old this symbol is. And I'll show you in a second. It's even older than that. But it's been unused for 3,000 years on the Indian subcontinent. Like I was saying, so the swastika represents the North Pole and the rotational movement around its immutable axis. And secondly, it represents the sun as a reflected function of the North Pole. So you could see how, if I go up here to this picture, you see that right there?
Yes, indeed.
Awesome, right? How
Yes,
it rotates, all those different, you see underneath, you got the Little Dipper to the left. You got, basically you got the Big Dipper or Little Dipper, whatever that is. And it's the Big Dipper. And it's rotating.
Around the North Star.
Right.
Yeah.
Fall, summer, spring, winter. Awesome, right? It's amazing how much they scare us with these symbols. You know what I mean? This is white power. Like, I don't think it is. You know what I mean? I think you're fucking lying to me, bro.
Yep.
So, anyways, as such, it is a symbol of life, of the vivifying role of the supreme principle of the universe, the absolute God, in relation to the cosmic order. In its polar value, it has the same meaning as the yin and yang symbol of Chinese tradition and of other traditional symbols of the working of the universe, including the letters gamma and G, symbolizing the great architect of the universe of Masonic thought. You know, the Freemasons put the G in the middle of the square and compass. Same type of vibe. So it's literally a symbol of really great value. It's not what they've made it out to be. So the earliest known swastika, brother, is from fucking 12,000 years ago. And trip on this, dude. It was part of an intricate meander pattern of joined up swastikas. So basically it's like this necklace, right? Found on a late Paleolithic figurine of a bird carved from mammoth ivory found in the Ukraine.
Wow.
You know how old that is? The Paleolithic era was like 2 million years ago, bro. Woolly mammoth. Like that's mind blowing, bro.
Yep.
That's crazy. So there it is. You see that? That's how old that is. That's 12,000 years ago. And they said that the carving was found near phallic objects, which supports the idea the pattern is a fertility symbol.
Yep.
Yeah, we've talked about that all the
It's
time.
a portal.
Like obelisk and stuff. Like exactly. Here's one in the mountains of Iran. Swastikas or spinning wheels on stone walls, which are estimated to be more than 7,000 years old. So a spinning wheel, chakra, as above, so below. The North Pole spins, and our poles spin.
Beautiful.
Right? Because that's what they call them. That's what chakras are. They're spinning wheels. Look at these. Petroglyph with swastikas in Armenia. These are from the Indus Valley in Asia. It's incredible, bro. It's everywhere. It has some sort of significant value. In Buddhism, the swastika is considered to symbolize the footprints of the Buddha. Talks about Hinduism. The swastika is a very important Hindu symbol. It is commonly used before entrances on doorways of homes or temples to mark the starting page of financial statements and mandalas constructed for rituals.
That one all the way to the right is the Dogon symbol too.
Right? It's exactly what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal, right? So you got the Dogon that are using the same thing, and they were so well versed in astronomy that it makes sense that it does, and that it correlates to what they were finding.
It's great you say as above, so below too, because I remember Bro Sanchez breaks down the Dogon symbology and the nut and gale picture. I think it is, and I think it's Egyptian, but in that Nile Valley culture, and breaks down that to the stars too, and like the story of like pretty much like creation, like they said, fertility, and just the portal of life, and and the mother goddess, showing paying homage to the womb that we all come through, to enter into this realm.
Absolutely. The Vesica Piscis.
See,
That's what's so
the two
crazy.
circles, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Vesica Piscis. You know who be rapping our song? Jamar.
Oh, that's dope.
He loves it, man.
There's no cuss words. You
Cushion
could totally rap it.
chemtrails,
Yeah.
now we in demand. He be jamming that.
That's
mug
dope, bro.
On the,
Shout out
on
to
the stem player.
Shout out young Jamar.
Uh-huh.
So here's a couple Hindu temples. There's one in Bali. This is the Goa Lawa Hindu temple. You see that swastika, and very pronounced swastika. And then another one in Rajasthan, India.
Nice.
And then this is Jainism. What's interesting is I had never heard of this. And the guy I follow on, he's a sacred geometer. I follow on IG. His name is Jain108, Jain. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's what this is. So in Jainism, it is a symbol of the seventh Tirthankara, Supar Svanatha. So anyways, Tirthankara, I looked this all up, is a disciple.
Okay.
Supar Svanatha is the disciple's name. So it goes on. So this is his symbol. And also all of the temples and holy books must contain the swastika, and ceremonies typically begin and end with creating a swastika mark several times with rice around the altar. This is going on today, bro. All these people are doing this. And only here, and probably a few European countries, is that really associated with something negative.
Right.
And it's a perfect example of how they take things that are so sacred, like the pinnacle. The pinnacle is a perfect shape. If you guys don't know, look it up in sacred geometry. The pinnacle is made from all like gold. I forget the names. It's a perfect shape, but they got everyone scared of all this. And then you go down here, East Asia. They've been using it since 900, since the year 900. The Chinese and the Japanese. Let's see. Northern Europe talks about the Sami, S-A-M-I, Old Man Thor. Sometimes on the drums, a male figure with a hammer-like object in either hand is shown, and sometimes it is more like a cross with crooked ends. So Thor's hammer is sometimes more like a swastika. It talks about the Germanic Iron Age, right? They had it. The Balto-Slavic region, right? So the Slavs, they got their own spinning wheel or swastika,
because it goes all the way down to like cell theory and like wave theory. So just like you just said, bro, the ancients were in touch with the things that our modern science can just now confirm. They already had symbology to describe, and we just sit here and marvel like, how did they know these things,
Yeah.
And maybe it's because back then they went within instead of looking without. It's like we're almost trying to verify things where they knew, you know?
Yeah.
And they use their intuition to express, where we're just trying to, what are we trying to do? That's what I often ask myself. Like Musk.
I mean, no one knows, because we've all been fooled. We've all been lied. No one knows what the fuck is even going on, bro. Not even me, not you, no one. We were just kind of like, what the fuck? So anyway,
almost trying to recreate these things, but in a version that can be you can make money off of. You can control.
yeah,
Where these were more so about self-control, they wanted to make it so it can be our spirituality can be controlled.
Yeah,
you know?
they
And-
took a tool that was meant for self-control and used it for control of the masses. This is interesting because Russia was such an enemy of the Germans. In Russia, the swastika was a favorite sign of the last Russian empress, Alexandra Fyodorovna. She placed it where she could for happiness, including drawing it in pencil on the walls and windows in the house where the royal family was executed. I'm not going to read the rest of this bullshit. You guys can if you want, but I'm just saying that this was even used in Russia right before World War II, before the Nazis came to power. The Celts, the Greco-Romans, right? I mean, it's there it is, right? There it is again. That's a coin from the 6th century. That's another swastika in Armenia, European uses. I just wanted you to see all of them. I know you already know these all exist.
No, I didn't know all of
Illyrians,
these,
Armenia.
but I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Africa. This was the best part because, you know, it's meant to symbolize white power. And yet they're claiming black people come from Africa. Well, then, swastikas can be seen in various African cultures. In Ethiopia, the swastika is carved in the window of the famous 12th century rock-hewn church Lalibela. Right? In Ghana, the swastika is among the Adinkra symbols of the Akan peoples. And that's some of the weights in Africa right there. That's what it looks like over there. That's the window in the Lalibela in Ethiopia. And even in the Americas, brother. The natives, the Navajo symbol for good luck, translated to whirling log. And again, spinning. They understood.
Whirling, yeah.
Again, with that. And this is great because, you know, the swastika was, you know, meant to represent something anti-Jew, anti-whatever you want to call it. A swastika composed of Hebrew letters as a mystical symbol from the Jewish Kabbalistic work Parashat Eliezer from the 18th century. Right? And last but definitely not least, swastikas on the vestments of the effigy of Bishop William Eddington, 1366, in Winchester Cathedral.
Nice.
So yeah, they've basically taken things that are sacred, and you know this, I'm just saying this for our listeners and our viewers, and made it, you know, taboo. Pentacles and
Full-fledged
swastikas. I'm even at the point, brother, where I think that whole fucking World War II thing was nonsense. Like the whole fucking thing. Like, what are the chances that Hitler was like, yeah, man, I'm going to do the swastika thing? It's almost like that whole thing was for show. Because you just happen to use some sort of symbol.
Even calling it a world war seems like marketing. Right?
Bro, the
Like,
whole thing.
Who labeled this war? Who named it? Is it because
war?
multiple countries got involved, you know?
Dude, it gets better. It's not just World War One. It's the war to end all wars. That's what it was called, bro. It even had a slogan. World War One, the war to end all wars.
Yeah, bro. It's tough to even say anything because they even put the footage up on like Netflix and people watch it and,
Yeah.
you know, they remastered it. And you
Yeah,
know.
History Channel, now in color. Dead people in color. And you're like, so, wow, man, look at him die in color. This is sick, bro.
Salute to them for fighting for our freedom.
Right? And shout out to the History Channel when they're like, all their channels are about like, or all the shows now are like weird and about nothing about the history. It's all like, Earth after humans. And it's like 37 years after humans perish from the face of the planet. You can, and I'm like, why the fuck is this? What is this, bro? And it shows like how like finally these fucking electrical plants who were running on their own, even though humans weren't running them,
Right.
they finally go down 37 years later, and like they got it all planned out. And I'm like, yo, bro,
What AI did you guys use to come up with this model
programming everybody to think the
of
same
our failed
thing.
Earth? Damn, bro.
Man, that shit is wicked, bro.
It is,
It
man.
really is, man. But anyways, I saw that, man, and I wanted to fucking kind of just bring that to light.
It's trippy, man.
We haven't talked about the swastika, and I know that people know that it's a lot of people know that it has other symbolic meanings other than what's been given to us. But I kind of wanted to just show just how many.
Dope.
And that's the tip of the iceberg.
See.
Kush and Chemtrails, the world's most dangerous podcast.